What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, this is supposed to be my first story of the day this morning, but things happen, and you know how it is. But anyway, this story right here is out of Miami-Dade, Florida. Shout out Miami-Dade. And it's about this Viking-looking dude right here. This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, is 37-year-old Adam Lewis Anson of Miami-Dade, Florida, or Miami-Dade County. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, who is a landlord, I guess he got a complaint from his tenant, Mr. Carlos Alberto Gonzalez, 57, about the thermostat issue in the house that he was renting from Mr. Anson. Mr. Anson goes over there, and for some odd reason, they break out into a scuffle, and now Mr. Gonzalez, at 57 years old, is dead, and he died in a vicious way. Of course, Mr. Anson, the landlord, went over there with a gun and Johnny blazed him in the backyard of the house. Then, on top of that, proceeded to go in there and then fix the thermostat. Here's the story.
In the meantime, new details tonight. One man shot and killed in southwest Miami-Dade, and police say it was all over the thermostat.
And Local 10's Samir FC is joining us now with more on what we're learning about this arrest.
And Miami-Dade investigators allege this 37-year-old landlord shot his 57-year-old tenant all over the thermostat. Captured on camera the moment Miami-Dade sheriff's deputies cuffed a landlord turned alleged shooter.
I saw a bunch of police cars and I heard sirens, and then I see a rescue truck just drive by. They're taking somebody away.
Around 8 Saturday morning, investigators say this man, Adam Anson, shot and killed 57-year-old Carlos Gonzalez. 4 hours, Local 10 cameras rolling as detectives scoured the crime scene in the 9,000 block of Southwest 17th Terrace.
This type of stuff usually doesn't happen around here.
The 37-year-old is charged with second-degree murder with a weapon and burglary with assault or battery while armed. According to documents, Anson went to the attached efficiency armed with a semi-automatic pistol and knocked on Gonzalez's window to get inside and adjust the thermostat. After Gonzalez opened the door, the 37-year-old is alleged to have forced himself inside and began to punch the 57-year-old, later dragging him outside and shooting him in the head several times. Anson said to have went back inside to adjust the thermostat moments later. During a 911 call, Anson claimed his tenant attempted to hit him and he shot the 57-year-old in self-defense. And Anson is now booked at TGK. That's the very latest from Southwest Miami-Dade. I'm Samir FC, Local 10 News.
Following new details about a man accused of killing his tenant over a thermostat. Adam Anson appearing in bond court today, where he was ordered to stay behind bars. The 37-year-old is currently facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder. Anson accused of shooting and killing 57-year-old Carlos Gonzalez in the backyard of a home in southwest Miami-Dade. Authorities say Anson was armed when he knocked on Gonzalez's window in order to adjust the thermostat. Once Gonzalez opened the door, it is said that Anson forced himself inside and began to punch him several times before then shooting him in the head.
All right, guys, that's the story of this guy. Mr. Adam Anson obliterated his tenant, Carlos Alberto Gonzalez. Now, it says up here, according to deputies, dispute between landlord and tenant broke out, became physical, in which time the landlord, Adam Anson, pulled a gun out and shot the tenant, right? Now, the way the news article was explaining it, right? It's more than the thermostat that got this man killed, I believe. This is just me. See, looking between the lines and how men deal with men, I think this is over some disrespectful comments that was said leading up to Mr. Anson going over there with Mr. Gonzalez. That's what I honestly believe. Because if you look right here, it says, according to his arrest report, Anson had walked over to the efficiency on the east side of his home while armed with a semi-automatic pistol and knocked on the window in an attempt to enter the efficiency to adjust the thermostat that was located in the hallway. Deputies say the victim opened the door, at which time Anson forced himself inside and began to punch the victim unprovoked. According to the report, Anson then dragged the victim outside to the backyard and shot him several times in the head. Okay, when he opened the door, he was already on go. That leads me to believe that they had some words exchanged, or it was some bad blood. And when he came over there, it was kind of like, you know, usually when guys be on go like that and you have a relationship between tenant and landlord, has to be tumultuous. It's a history behind it, whether short or long. Things were said. He went over there. As soon as my man opened the door, he tried to push the door, like, get the hell out the way or something, whatever. Most likely set it off. The guy's 57 years old. He 37, 2 men. Nobody wants to back down. And he got physical. Took him outside, began to punch the victim, got him on the ground, then blasted his face off. What the hell's wrong with people? That's as savage as it gets. And it's the thing. This guy not only ruined his freedom, but he also ruined his monetary opportunity. It's a big difference between business and pleasure. I'm sure Mr. Anson understands that. But then again, nobody knows the relationship between them or not. Sometimes you'll get people that argue with other people and say, I ain't paying no rent until you do this, until you do that. Sometimes you get clients, you know, you get tenants that the smallest thing, they'll say, I'm not paying no rent. It could be something like a bolt on the doorknob. You'd be like, yeah, I'll be there. No, I'm not paying rent until. We never know. I don't know who's right. I don't know who's wrong in what started it. But I do know Mr. Anson going in there, fighting on the man and shooting him all in the head. That was a dummy move. He crashed out easy. Real easy with that. That made no sense to even do something like that. I wonder if he still thinks it's worth it. Then you shot the man to hell, got up fighting, dusted yourself off, then went in there and fixed the thermostat. For who? He's dead now. So what's that for the next client? Makes no sense. I mean, as men, you know, we always know when you meet somebody or you deal with another man, it's always a small percentage, whether it's major or minute, that things can go left at any given time. And this is just one of those examples of that. You know what I'm saying? 57-year-old man dead. Now, he said he walked around the side of the house. So I guess that's one of those houses where different people live in different parts of it, I guess. That's what it's saying in the article. So they must have lived in the same dwelling, but just on different parts that were, I guess, separated. Either way, man, damn. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't even have had to come to this. It said, deputies said after the shooting, Anson proceeded to enter the efficiency once again, adjust the thermostat, and then return to his house to call I don't know, it says house, to call 911. According to the report, Anson told the 911 dispatcher that the victim had tried to hit him, at which time he pulled out his gun and shot the victim, claiming he was acting in self-defense. Of course you was. Because after your adrenaline wore off and you realized in a fit of rage you killed this guy, you had to make it look a certain way, because if y'all was fighting on each other and stuff, I'm sure he marked your face up too, but he ain't here to tell the story. You are. So it made sense for you to go home and call. I called y'all. Oh, he attacked me, but you made sure you went home first. It's crazy. Said Anson went before the judge on Sunday and will remain behind bars at Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center after being issued no bond. That right there lets you know when they interviewed him and talked with him, they know they got him dead to rights, or his cameras that seen it. Either way, he's smoked now. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. As men, man, I mean, we take a lot. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you got to learn to have temperance and control your emotions and look at something for the outlook, the longer outlook, instead of just a short fuse of what it is right now, because that's what's tearing up a lot of people out here nowadays. See you in the next video. Take care.